Hello everybody, we are here. It is the second game of the TQTL. It is going to be a very interesting thing between Skynet and No Skill, and by thing I mean game. We're going to have Lmaonaisse, the Terran on the left, going up against our defending winner at the moment, MogSkynet, who just won against Lobber with a very, very early pool. Does not seem like he's going to be doing anything. At the very least, he's not going to do anything under a 9 pool, because he does have 9 food right now. Continuing to get drones to see if he gets some more to try and do the same thing. It is going to be against this Terran man who I do not know, but he's got an interesting name with the LMAO and being mayonnaise. It's all witty, so we'll give him points for being witty. And looks like we do have an Overlord being produced from Skynet, so it looks like he is going to do something normal. And I probably should stop calling him Skynet, because that's their actual team. So we have Mog, who is the Zerg defending champion, now up to 12 drones being made / produced. So it is going to be at the very least a 12 pool. I'm just going to keep counting that. We're going to probably see... Oh, interesting move from him. You can see that Lmaonaisse has no idea about that Overlord. He's actually going to go ahead and scout up to the top, even though the spawning position is completely known by Skynet. Interestingly enough, though, Skynet's not scouting to see if there's going to be a 12 racks, 14 racks. There could still be 2 racks going down, because you can see Mayonnaise is only on 13 food. He could throw down the next one at 14, and oh, there it is. I think he just saw it. Yep, he's going to send now his SCVs going to go straight down instead of going over there. So good move by him to get vision of that Overlord and just scout the second base instead of it being the last base. Skynet does throw down his hatchery first, though. So Skynet's now actually, or Mog is now going for his an economic play, and spawning pool is going to go down in a moment. There is a spawning pool, so we do have a 15 hatch, 14 spawning pool, and now it's going to go ahead and produce some more drones. Mayonnaise looks like he is not going for that the 2 racks. He's going to go straight for a single racks, and he's going to go ahead and wall up with another supply table. This is incredibly Baneling bust vulnerable. Maybe he's going to go for an expansion, because if Skynet does decide to go for Baneling bust on that, it would just destroy it utterly. However, looks like he's probably just going to end up going for a more economic type of play. Mayonnaise is going to leave with his SCV still, or no, he's going to turn right back after just... Why is this drone going on? That drone is really not very necessary. All you need to do is just have an Overlord over this hatchery, which he does. So no, he's going to be able to see if any bunkers go down. So good, I'm glad he stopped following that guy. Now we do have the spawning pool finished, Queen is being produced, and we got a large transfer of drones, as well as a Zerg being produced. So it's looking pretty normal. Factory's going down for Mayonnaise. A little bit late, all things considered, because he could have thrown that down probably fairly soon after getting this barracks. But it's going to be probably some form of 1-1-1. It could end up doing a Hellion Marine push, which is pretty strong, especially against a very high Zergling count. Hellions, I've actually seen TLO do the craziest build, where he skips Marines altogether, gets a refinery before getting up his barracks, and then he's able to get that factory immediately after building the barracks. And then he just produces Hellions. And he goes Hellion, Hellion, Hellion without any Marines, and gets up his expansion with basically almost no gas, like stopping mining gas after the 100 for that factory. And he ends up then transitioning into like Marauders and Thors and Siege Tanks, and it's the coolest build. I actually have that casted on my YouTube if you want to check that out. But we still have Marines being produced, another supply depot all at the front. This is pretty interesting. We do the double factory going down, tech lab on the factory, so we can have siege tanks being produced, as well as siege mode if he so desires. But it's going to be Hellions with Infernal Preigniter. So we're going to probably get a what's it called, a reactor on top of this factory in order to get 3 Hellions at the same time, all with Infernal Preigniter, and this will just decimate any Zerglings on the field. You can see that Spine Crawlers are up for Mog, and there's no Roach Warren or anything from him. He's going to have to sacrifice this Overlord pretty soon to try and get a scout on seeing what Mayonnaise is doing, because this, if not scouted, and Mog just goes for straight Zerglings, this will be very, very detrimental for Mog in trying to win the game. We do have a lair going down, though, so Mog is going to go ahead and do that. He's choosing to spread creep instead of spawning larva, probably a safe move. He does have a fair bit of larva piled up. You can see that there's, what's that, 7 over here at his natural. He's also got... Oh, he's actually using them all at the main. But still, now he's getting multiple gas guys. It looks like he's going to try and get his mutas out fairly soon. Let's see, it looks like there's still no expansion coming from Mayonnaise. It's just going to be straight Hellions and Marines at the moment. Thermal Igniter is almost done. He's getting a starport as we speak. So he might end up wanting to start taking normally, getting a drop or something, but he's just moving out with some Hellions and some Marines. 4 Hellions, actually. He's leaving the Marines at his main base. This does get scouted by the Zerglings, and now it's going to be blatantly obvious that Mayonnaise has a Zergling death army. There are, however, enough spine crawlers out here that Mayonnaise or Mog all has to do is just sit back, and then these Hellions will just not be able to do anything. They're kind of sort of dancing up, but they know they cannot penetrate this wall of spine crawlers. If he did try and run by, like right now he's just going to go ahead and coax some Zerglings, but that's going to make Mog aware of the fact that there is in fact Infernal Pre-Igniter. Spire is now going down over here in a little bit of a hidden spot. We're going to see when to get mutas out, if he can get a bunch of mutas out, but here we go, some more creep being spread. But this is going to be a very vulnerable spot for Mog. Now we do have the expansion going down for Mayonnaise. We can see that 10 drones are in production, so it looks like Mog is really trying to get up his economy, most likely going to try and mine as much as possible before moving out once he gets some mutas. He might try and stockpile a lot of gas, try and get as many mutas as possible to go out with that first time the spawning pool or the spire finishes. He actually needs to get a few overlords out. He's at very low on the food count, lower than I would think he would be right now. But here we go. It's going to go ahead and start prepping to get this bottom right, or not. Instead, he's just going to move around with Zerglings and go right back. Looks like he's aware of this drop that's down here, and these Zerglings are going to go ahead and try and take care of these guys. But these Hellions can do so much damage right now. Right now, they're just killing a few Zerglings, but all these drones are lined up. Will he take them out? They're going to be bunching up at the bottom. Oh, okay, he's going to move them out in time. But it looks like right now, Mayonnaise is just going to go ahead and shut down mining at the main. Looks like the Queen is just going to pull back, try and just block the these are going to block the Hellions from doing anything over here. Zerglings are still out, but they're going to they're just going to start dying. If you just pick off that one Hellion, that will really help. The Queens, Queens, don't get off creepers, then these Hellions will actually be able to kite you. That'll be very bad. You can see these Queens are having a lot of trouble trying to hit these Hellions. So far, Mog's done a good job of just getting his drones to his natural expansion. However, he's not mining gas from either of these extractors, and he needs that to get the mutas out, and he's trying to get a few more guys out, but that's not going to happen. You can see the Hellions do have quite a few kills altogether, 11 kills on this one in particular. Hopefully most of those were Zerglings. I think they were with that large group then, but here we go. Mutas are now out, and these Hellions will go ahead and die. This is doing a great job of actually taking time, though, as Mayonnaise now has turrets up in his main. Going to go ahead and defend that mineral line, and turret just going down here is natural, which is not very defended. Alright, here we go. It's going to be 5 mutas going to go in against missile turrets. That's not going to go well. If he tries to push in against those missile turrets, he will lose mutas, especially if that gets defended. Looks like he's going to try and pick off some of these supply depots, though, with a little bit of... Never mind, not with any micro. But, is that Overlord? There's a medevac giving vision, so that Overlord now gets picked off on that little bit of a ledge behind the mineral line. It's a great spot to put Overlords, any of you guys watching. But now we go, Skynet going to go ahead and continue to vomit larvae. He does have a lot of larvae piled up still. He's just supply blocked. Once he gets rid of that supply block, he'll be able to produce a lot of Mutalisks. Is he producing any... He might as well get +1 attack right now. That would be a great way to do something while he's supply blocked, though he did just fix that. And look at the production tab, just 3 Overlords as well. He has all these larvae that he could use to get even more mutas. Like, every one of those could be a Mutalisk morphing. That would be a very good move on his part. Here we go. Thor is now out, and these mutas are just going to go... Whoa, mutas. You just don't want to live, do you? Okay, so mutas just went down. All of them are in the orange, yellow, red area. But here we go. Another Hellion drop down here. And, look at this. All these mutas are going to pop here and be able to kill these Hellions. More mutas are coming back here to deal with this. Looks like there we go. Finally a +1 attack going down. But really, Mayonnaise has done a great job of just preventing this main base from mining, but look at this massive amounts of mutas just going to go ahead and morph down there. Skynet does not have that many harvesters. If you look at this, the income is just, that's so bad. So many drones have just been killed from Skynet. He just might lose because of the fact that he hasn't been able to get drones or just any mining in his main base. He's just producing straight mutas, going to try and at the very least win with those. He needs to deal economic damage, otherwise Mayonnaise will just be able to run him over. You can see right now the food count is 95 to 68. Mog is not in a good spot with this. He needs to get an expansion, do something. He has been contained this entire time, and his mutas have done no damage. He has just sacrificed a few to some turrets and a Thor. Okay, going ahead, finally killing an SCV. Finally killing an SCV. Or just not. He needs to spawn right top of the Thor. Take out the Thor. Target the Thor. It's a little magic box. Thor, if you turn around and get a good hit, that would be very good. Very good, but okay, now we're actually going to push out of 3 Thors and 2 tanks. They have siege mode, and these mutas are going to be key. Where the Zerg is going to need to do is more mutas are actually over here. How many mutas are on the field? It is a fair amount. 17 it seems to be in that group. I'm not missing any. Yep, it's going to be 18 actually. 18 mutas have a hard time dealing with those Marines and that Thor. We do have a good scan. Go ahead and take out some missile turrets, and we even have SCVs with this push. That is really going to allow them. They are on auto repair, but oh, the mutas bunched up a little bit. Now the ones on the front were taking hits, but now siege tanks sieged up here. Going to go ahead, and looks like one was picked off, but here the Infernal Pre-Nighter Hellions are just decimating those Zerglings. But the mutas bunch up. Don't bunch up. Oh, he's lost so many because they were bunched up. This could very well be GG. There are 5 Thors in here, and there's really no way this guy's going to be able to deal with this. He does not have any Zerglings out. The +1 attack for his mutas are just about to complete, but this is 5 Thors. This is way too much. The DPS is going to be insane. Infernal Igniter Hellions are there to kill off everything on the ground, and there is GG from Mog. Mayonnaise emerges victorious, and now it's going to be 1-1. No skill to Skynet.